Hello, welcome to IndieX 2020 Game Showcase. I am João Correia, your host tonight, and today we have Arko, puzzle game by Rawheg, and with me, the developers, José Ribeiro and Beatriz Abreu. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for coming here and show us your game. So, let's start by the game itself. So, what can you tell us about Arko as a game?
So basically, Arko is meant to provide the user with a soothing experience through relaxation and dynamic music, soft sound effects, and a minimalist design. So to make this game, we focus on rotation mechanics, creating a panoply of increasingly challenging levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very short game description.
Yeah.
Okay, and what inspiration you had to do this game?
So, we've been making these types of games for a while now, as in casual puzzle games. Before this one, we've made a couple of puzzle platformers, which focused around the Zen feeling. And there was one that stood out the most, which was Ori, that generated a lot of positive feedback. So we figured if we could take the main mechanic of that game and made a full-fledged game with the focus on the main mechanic, we could get some success with that. So we started planning around that, and we focused on the music and on the soothing graphics
So
to match the challenging.
You went
yes.
to Hori for inspiration for the mechanic you were using in your puzzle game, right?
Yeah, so we basically had already tested the mechanic, and we found out that it had very positive feedback. So we just removed the platforming elements and focused on the rotating mechanic, and then we could just focus on getting the most of the relaxing experience.
It's quite nice. So, when did you start developing this game? It's already on Steam,
Yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
started around February.
Yeah.
So it basically took us around 2 months to do the game and to publish it. So yeah, we're kind of in a rush always, it seems, to make games and push them out there. So yeah, it was a pretty quick game, but we invested our 2 full months on it.
Okay, that's quite fast for game development, of course. Not
Obviously, we had the experience from the other games we had made before, so it facilitated the process, as in it made it quicker.
I was
But
going. I was going to go there. What games gave you the experience and background to go to this now?
So we had a couple of them, mainly, like I said before, Audi, which was a puzzle platforming that was actually our first, as in it was the first relaxing casual game that we made, and after that we just found out that it was really fun to develop that kinds of games, so we just went with it. We've made Engaged as well. That was a game jam project, and yeah, Dumo, and that were
Yeah, we have a couple of games. They're usually based on something that's kind of real, as in Encaged is based on sacrificing mechanics, like movement or jumping. Dumu is more of a challenging game, as in you push toggles for lasers, so you go around opening gates and going through, but it's always some sort of base dynamic in which you're in a puzzle game, and it's also full of platforming elements. So Arko was very different from those, as it has absolutely no platforming value. It just focuses on the relaxation experience and the meaningful but very basic interaction with the player.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And all these games you published on Steam?
No.
They're all on Congregate, and most of them are also on Armor Games or Cool Math Games. So basically web portals, but we only actually have 2 on Steam.
Okay, that's I saw 2, and I was kind of expecting to if you had more or not there. But did you think about taking this kind of game to mobile platforms?
Yeah,
because
that was actually our main focus, but we haven't published it already.
We had some problems down the road, and we're actually kind of still working on it. Since we actually think it's gonna be a lot more successful on mobile, because due to its platforming, puzzle and casual nature, statistically it's a more fitting.
Yes,
and it's kind of a game we made for mobile specifically, like the basic user interface and the clicking elements. We kind of made sure to cast aside all of the keyboard interaction, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and all the text as well.
Yeah. To make it a Mr. Worldwide game, it has absolutely no text, so it can. Well, we don't really have to translate it, so you don't really need to read to understand the game. It's supposed to be kind of self-explanatory. Universal. Yeah, and universal.
Okay, so I think with no further ado, let's see me failing at the game.
Sure.
Go for it. As long as you're relaxed, we're fine with it.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, there we go. So the sound is quite relaxing. I played a bit around before, and I did thought it quite relaxing.
That's all we want to hear. Thank you.
I did this already.
Obviously, you need a little bit of thought behind the levels.
This I can do.
One thing that's worth noticing is that the sound design is actually dynamic, as in when you pick up those diamonds, it actually makes a fitting noise with the music, so it blends in nicely.
How did you manage the sound production for the game?
Oh, it was amazingly easy. Like we have absolutely no experience with sound design, so we always struggle with it. But we found one song which was I forgot that, royalty free. Is that how you call it?
Actually, it wasn't royalty free. It was made by a composer that we paid, as in we had to pay him so we could use the music. Okay, but afterwards, the sounds were made by us, as in we picked up pieces of the music and adapted it so it was blended in with the music to not sound weird.
To not overlap too much. So we basically kind of searched for a song that was very basic, like very atmospheric with not so much noise on it. And then we noticed it was actually on a piano key. So we kind of went to an online piano and we thought, well, let's see which key notes these are. So we started going with it, and we saw specifically which key notes were on the music, and we just recorded them solely and used them as sound effects, and it worked nicely. So we were very happy with it.
Yeah, it worked. It worked out quite nicely in the end.
Yeah.
So, and your goals for this game were getting a nice, relaxing puzzle game?
Yeah, I mean, it was to get a clean, chill puzzle game that was just, easily accessible to everyone to play.
Not too frustrating.
And also, it was our first attempt to reach the mobile audience, which we haven't yet. So, yeah.
But
we will.
Eventually.
Yeah.
You're trying to get published somehow, or you want to?
Actually, we're trying to still broaden our choices. So we still don't know if it's better to use the publisher or not, but it seems like a very good option.
Okay. As I told you before,
Yeah, we know.
there are things happening. Come on. So, and what is the estimated length? No, not in this case, not the estimated length, but how long is the game?
Usually it takes around 3 hours, I think, was the average. Around 3-4 hours is the average gameplay, I think.
Okay, if it's me,
but it depends on the. Yeah.
If it's me playing with online audience, it will take more.
yeah, it's a bit tougher.
And it has 60 levels.
60 levels?
Yeah, 60 levels.
You will change
new mechanics, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what I was going to ask. And the scenario as well?
Scenario changes each 10 levels, and we introduce new mechanics, I don't know, like every 20 levels, I don't know, maybe less. We have various mechanics that you haven't seen before.
Yeah, it's all around rotating, but they're all different.
Yeah, the focus is obviously the rotating pieces, and so we try not to shift away too much from that.
Okay. Yeah, I had a small problem with the stream. I don't know what happened. Something.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
It sure did seem like it, because it changed to the other stream from before, which was very strange. Okay, sorry, just let me check if this is going all right. Okay, I think we are good now.
Also, we have a couple of questions in chat. How do I?
Okay, I can check. Since we stopped, I will check the questions. Okay, Gonzalo says, I was promised a puzzler. Okay, that you have.
And there you have it.
Nuno is saying there's going to be a lot of failing during this stream. Yes, check.
We
check
wish you the best.
So Nuno also asks, do you have any plans to make other puzzle games, or do you want to do different stuff in your next project?
I mean,
we have so many plans for puzzle games. So many. We just love them.
Yeah, we're actually kind of working on a logic-based puzzle game. But
with
obviously
mathematical elements. It's actually based in mathematic theories of automats.
Yeah, but we obviously have plans of making other types of games, because changing genre is always fun.
Okay, but for your words, I take it that you are passionate about puzzle games.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for now we're just well, we just like making it. I don't know.
Well, it's a kind of game that everyone likes, but sometimes doesn't get all the the focus in the mainstream of the games, because usually
it is not as popular.
It's more casual games. And you attract a different kind of audience, I would say.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a different kind of type of experience from other games. Short games are definitely underrated, in my opinion.
Short games, you say?
Yeah. As in,
yes.
Short game experiences.
Yes, I think we are maybe seeing a bit of the turning point there, because I think in the last couple of years, we are seeing some games doing exceedingly well, being short, because you are starting to cater to an adult audience, which sometimes does not have the time to play 30, 40, 50 hours of a game.
That's true.
And I did the same mistake again. Come on.
It is definitely a game that requires full attention and focus. But yeah, I mean...
We have another comment from Nuno asking if there is any addition we could make to our team to make the development easy. Well, there surely would, because we're just two, so having one more will probably be really good for us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, since we're mostly doing these games as kind of like whenever we have the time to, we just do them. It will be probably hard to fit someone else.
Oh, I think Beatriz just went on. Oops.
What?
She disconnected.
Oh, come back, Beatriz. Come back.
She's back.
Sorry.
You're back. As you were saying?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, but I think I mean, obviously having one more member or two will be very good for the development of our games. But like Beatriz was saying, we do this mostly as an hobby, and I don't know, like we don't have the power to bring people to our development right now.
Well.
Not
and
yet.
Even if we have, like, in a couple of years, maybe, or 1 year, if everything goes well and we can manage to post some more games, it will be very nice to add someone. But as long as we're still doing this on a part-time basis, it will be hard to actually take someone on the team, because we'd have to arrange everyone's schedules and it will be kind of messy, at least for a beginning.
Oh, finally I passed that level.
Yeah, good job.
No. Okay, so you are working or you are studying, and you are doing these games on a part-time basis, right?
Yeah. So Beatriz is still studying, but I'm working as a freelance, doing some developments and doing games as a part-time as well.
Okay.
Usually they're web games, as in we usually make the games and then we license to web portals. But we had some games like Arko that we published on Steam as well, and hopefully in the future on mobile. So yeah.
Okay, let me see. This time I will do it.
Another question: who made the soundtrack? It wasn't us. It was
I'm gonna find his name.
You gotta find his name
because his song was amazing.
Yeah. So we paid for the music to use.
But it wasn't actually paid for. We didn't need to pay. It was a donation though.
It was a donation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's
because
kind of
it's kind of a payment.
Okay, it's one of those, what you say, repositories where you can get the music and the right to use it, and you give a donation.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's basically it.
Come on.
Which is more than fair, by the way.
Yeah, it's by David Randa.
Yeah.
What you say, it's more than fair.
Yeah. Because the music's amazing.
Yeah. And
sure.
It was just what we were looking for, so it came to our hands, and it was like a gift from the heavens, and we had to take it and to give him some gifts as well, of course.
Yeah, it was a perfect match for our game.
Yeah.
Since we don't have any experience with sound design, it was good.
Yeah, I believe it fitted very well into the game. So how many levels I will take to change to... okay, we have a different mechanic now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the level change is.
It's probably like from
Around
10
20?
levels. I think 20 levels changes the color, but maybe the mechanics are in like 10 levels, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't take it from the website. It was in here.
Okay.
It was in Filian Studios.
We are still talking about the music, right?
Yeah, there
Okay.
was a comment.
It's nice that you see the comments and you give the host a break. Try to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, you can just keep on going. No one's watching you, no pressure.
Yeah, it's on the line.
So, while I'm at it, what are your favorite and less favorite aspects of this game that you made?
So, I mean, favorites are like we actually managed to bring out the relaxing experience and the Zen environment, and we managed to generate a lot of levels with one simple mechanic. And what I dislike the most about the game is the losing system. I think we could have made it a little bit better, so it was less punishing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still a puzzle game, so it needs to be challenging. I think it's hard to find the balance between challenging and fair.
What do you don't like about the losing system?
That it just restarts when you
just
hit a piece.
Yeah. I just think it could have been a little bit better executed.
Yeah, we actually had someone say to us on our early dates in publishing that it would be better if when the pieces collide, they just roll back again and they wouldn't lose. But we weren't really sure on what to do because it's really hard to find that balance where it's not too...
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a great science behind a good puzzle game is to find the balance. Because you need to be challenged, and if there's no challenge, the puzzle will not will not fulfill its purpose, even if you want it relaxing.
Yep.
We can hear all those relaxation sounds coming from your voice. You're really in a relaxing feeling.
Well, I can imagine if I was playing alone. I would be more relaxed.
With no pressure.
Yeah. And I think the playing on mobile will actually be even better because you can obviously be on the bed or on the couch playing it, and
yes, I can see.
I think it will make it a little bit better.
Yeah,
I actually really enjoyed it when I was playing it on the phone.
I bet Gonzalo there would say on Nintendo Switch. Well, on Nintendo Switch, it's a mobile device, so it's quite nice as well.
Who knows, maybe we have some plans for that as well. Maybe in the near future.
Maybe.
I think.
Is this game's ending the meaning of life? I don't know. Maybe.
What was the question?
Is this game's ending the meaning of life?
42?
Yeah.
So, do you have any funny stories while in the making of this Arko?
I mean, I don't know. The process was quite simple, as in we knew what we had to do. We organized ourselves, and then we just sprinted through it.
Yeah, it was very intense.
And we've made a couple of changes. Initially, it was meant to be just full gray backgrounds throughout the game, and then we had some feedback saying maybe try adding some color to make it a little more, diverse in terms of
that's quite
experience.
That's quite important to be aesthetic pleasing to who's playing. Yeah, that's you can pick or drop a game on that basis on.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that it was visually appealing because you'll be looking at that screen for a long time.
Yeah, so... and that was actually precisely my mistake at first, because I thought by making it like in a dark gray tones, it will be pleasant to look at because it's kind of fancy, like those gray backgrounds with the white on it. There's a lot of contrast and it looks good. So I thought, well, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the minimalist design I'm waiting for. It's amazing. But then people said, add color. I was like, oh, they're absolutely right. Color makes it so much better. Even though I thought it looks great on gray, it looks better with color, especially ever-changing color. So we kind of added a shader as well to each level to make it go from one color to another.
Initially we didn't have that shader. It was just a flat color throughout like 10 levels, and then it will change the color. But then we figured we could maybe add some dynamic backgrounds, so it will change throughout the time, making it more soothing to look at.
All the 2-month polish.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We actually had a lot of testing.
You had a little of testing?
No, we had a lot of testing actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we were continuously testing it.
Because we had a focus group that was always ready to try it and giving feedback to it, which was very good.
Web developers as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice.
And they were really nice. They also came up with the colors idea, which was really helpful.
Well, I'm kind of anxious to see the color change now.
What level are you on? I can't really see.
18.
18, okay, so it's 20. Should be close then. The game obviously gets progressively harder, so... yeah.
So it will take some time. So approximately, if Zé said it will take 3 hours, well, in 2 days you'll be done with it, so yeah, it's just 2 days left.
2 days.
It obviously varies from person to person.
Sure.
And the amount of focus.
Well, I want to see it change color at least.
I think my camera died when my Discord died as well, didn't it?
No, it's still up, I think.
It's still up.
Yeah, I see it.
I can't see it.
I see you on camera.
I see like my icon.
Oh, actually on the live stream it's not up. But on my Discord it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing in the live stream as well.
Oh, okay. Then I guess mine is just not showing. I can see myself. It's a blessing.
Oh, it's back. It's actually back. Oh, okay.
Well, sometimes it's probably from Discord itself. Sometimes it gets disconnected.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, mine is always kicking me out, and I have no idea why. It's like from half an hour to half an hour, it says nope, get out, and it just kicks me.
Okay. So, but it's not keeping a score or a scoreboard.
No, there's absolutely no scoreboard.
No scores, no timers, no distractions. It's a puzzle game.
It's just
as it is.
Take your time.
So Nuno was talking about Rigettes from Ground Control Studios, and this reminds me, they have a puzzle game which, they have that motto as well.
Yeah, it obviously is a very common motto between puzzle games, because you want to bring out the main aspect of the game, which is just the puzzle. So you don't want to stress out the player, make him rage quit.
Yeah.
Okay, I had my color change. I was not expecting purple, I must say.
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
Yes.
So
it's an unknown.
Well, Nuno is saying that Switch would actually be great, awesome. And Gonçalo says, I'll put you on Nintendo Live front page if you do.
That's good to hear.
And also giving some advices on that colors and themes background.
Yeah. That was really good feedback as well.
Yeah. It was.
Okay,
especially the stars theme, like
the
sky
space.
with the star. Yeah, that will be really nice. Especially if we get really better at shaders, because I would really love to know more about it. It can do so much more things, and I've just made a shifting color background. So if I could make the sky shine, that will be my end goal.
Well, that sounds a good point to obtain. So, and throughout the conception and development of the game, did you shift the course that you were taking at any point, or just went straight? For the time you had, probably you didn't shift so much.
Yeah.
So I mean, we changed a little bit. We changed some mechanics and some buttons, and it was mainly a visual shift, not much of a mechanical shift. As in, we didn't change much of the mechanics, but the visuals were very different when we first started. Especially visual cues, because it wasn't very obvious what was happening and what direction it was happening.
Yeah, no arrows on the buttons, so you couldn't really tell on which direction they were steering. And that's actually crucial, especially in the later levels.
Okay, you would just know as you push them, and you would go and learn.
Yeah,
exactly. It was more of a trial and error kind of
so it
experience.
Was even more punishing.
Yeah, that's risky in such game. You risk to frustrate the players soon.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't want that, obviously.
We also had some kind of shift in the main goal of the game for us developers, because we wanted to make a lot of levels, like 100 levels, but then we realized maybe it's not really worth it to make so many, because the player will eventually get frustrated if they play so many levels. Well, maybe they don't get, but it really depends on how we make the mechanics. And since it's a rotation puzzle game, it will be very hard for us to make so many mechanics to make the game still have a lot of variety for the player.
Yeah,
so
it will get a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
In that sense.
And that's
but obviously we can expand more levels afterwards.
And we would love to.
Yeah.
But that goes to the point that you were making at the beginning of our conversation. You were saying that short games, and there's a value to short games, and that's sometimes especially true with puzzle games. They should have the timing very, not the timing. They have the span of the game should be very well thought and very maximized, so you can give the most to the players.
Exactly.
Okay. Through the 22. How many levels I will have here? 60, you said?
Yeah, exactly. 60 levels, yeah. And they're harder and harder, basically.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually not that hard, but that's because they're introducing a new mechanic, so you need to learn a few in the beginning, but they get harder afterwards.
And you crafted all the levels manually?
Yeah, they're all custom made, all made by us. No AI.
Okay.
So they're all manually made.
Yeah. Okay. How is fashionable to say handcrafted?
Yeah, exactly. Handcrafted. Sounds more artisan.
Yeah, it sounds like a good Steam homepage description, and I actually think we have it in there somewhere to look good.
Yeah. I went away for a while. If you explain your method, you create the puzzles and how they scale in difficulty. Well, basically, they obviously scale in difficulty, but there's some parts that introduce new mechanics, and in those parts, we obviously tone down a bit in difficulty so people can actually understand what's going on, and afterwards we just keep going with the difficulty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But in terms of making, at least for now, we don't really have a method for scaling games in difficulty. So we usually just make games, make the levels, and assess them afterwards, see if they're hard, and if they're harder than the last level or the previous level.
Exactly. Basically, it's a lot of playtesting and saying, well, this one is obviously harder than the other one, so this one goes after.
Yeah, it's usually like me with a phone on my hand, just screaming at it and saying no, this is too hard. This can't be this way. I'm frustrated, so people are gonna get frustrated as well. And then we decide that's gonna be our last level.
Basically, yeah.
We can just remove the level.
Okay. And obviously, there's a lot of thought behind the planning of each rotation piece to make it visually appealing as well, not only challenging.
And especially not to get clustered, because in this game, if they get too clustered, it's hard to know where your piece is gonna rotate towards. Because they're so thin, and you can't really tell where they are gonna hit if they rotate. So we kind of tried to make them as separate as we could to make sure that you wouldn't get stuck thinking, oh, it's gonna go there, it's not gonna hit the next piece, and then it does.
Okay, at least I will get halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually very good.
Well, for me, at least,
well, it's your first time playing the game.
No, it's I played a couple of games of levels before.
Okay.
But for me, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's
nice.
It's not. I don't find it extremely hard, and it allows me to progress. It's not creating frustration while I'm through it, testing the.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good because that's our main focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do know that on some of our previous games, people tend to be quite frustrated with some of the levels we give them, so we really tried to tune it down this time, at least for the relaxation's sake.
Part of. Okay, now I'm getting more upset.
Yeah, there's some levels that get to you.
Yeah. Especially because even though it's a relaxing puzzle game, we always kind of tend to put some traps on it. Some levels are kind of like they're booby traps. You're gonna get stuck probably, but well, eventually you'll get it.
Yeah.
You think you're just strolling through the park and...
Yeah. We try to make it, obviously, to make it like, you think you're going that way, but it's actually the other way.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, I have to do this, and then you do that, and it's like, it's actually not this. You can see Sushi exhibiting augmented levels of frustration.
Okay, I just got the commentary. Well, it's actually quite hard to be playing this kind of game while trying to stream.
That's quite understandable.
It is better to play it while doing nothing and just focusing on it and just
because it's like it's supposed to be no timers, no stress, but in your case it's like you're in live, people are watching, pressure on.
Yeah, they don't need to know how bad I am. Okay, actually, I don't think I will make it to halfway.
All right.
That's perfectly fine.
Just to see another color change.
I won't see it. It's 20 levels, right?
No, it's each 10 levels.
Ah, come on.
Every 10 levels, it changes the color.
Okay. Well, I'm losing focus now.
After someone calls you a subject A, you start to feel like you're being watched.
Yeah. Especially because I always wanted to be B, not A.
Oh. It is, except when it's restricted.
Yeah, okay.
An ASMR experience. Yeah.
So, I think I had it. I'm starting to get stressed about it. Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to go through this level. Come on.
That's what we want you to do. Not to give up. Keep pushing. You can do it. It's relaxing, remember. Listen to the sounds.
Listen to the sounds.
No. Come on. Okay, I think I will end it up when I'm playing alone.
Yeah. A little bit more focus.
So now we have, if any more questions from the audience.
I don't think there's any right now. So
Yes, very nice guess, huh? You always check the chat. You promptly answer the questions. I think that made my life quite easier.
We're trying to make you focus on the relaxation purpose,
Exactly.
so
We're
you
just
don't
trying
say
to
it's
make you
not
focus.
relaxing.
No, to be honest, I really found it relaxing, and the music suits it very well.
That's
And,
great.
And the level increase so far it seemed very nice. I felt it going harder, but not. It was not too steep the
Exactly.
curve, and that was quite nice.
That's obviously good.
We have a funny comment again.
So by all means, please. Okay, if this game was an Arko, there will be a
We'll donate it.
Come on. Come on. So, and what's next for Roeg? You'll try. Okay, we're speaking about it.
So our plans are obviously publishing this game to mobile, and maybe in the future Nintendo Switch as well.
Yeah.
And we kept on doing puzzle games. We had some, like we said before, we have a logical, more mathematical game that is also a puzzle.
It's on the beta.
Yeah, it's on the beta phase right now.
Oh, already in beta phase.
Yeah, it's always like this with us. We start a project and we're
we
like,
start a project and we're like,
and it's like, let's go.
Cooked egg.
It's a race.
Cooked egg, and next prize
We're
cooked egg.
baking it.
We're baking it. We're evolving it.
Okay, Nuno is also having some nice suggestions.
Salmonella brought to you by Roeg.
So, and do you have any message that you would like to leave to our audience?
Yeah, of course. Play our games.
Play them.
Yeah,
and say they're relaxing.
We should link them down below.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So tell the people where they can find you.
Okay. We're on Steam. We have two games on Steam.
We're on Congregate.
We are on Congregate. You can find all of our demos
I'll leave
there.
The link before.
I was hoping that my production would post the link for the game.
Here's a link to our Congregate. You can find the demo to Arko there.
Sorry?
It only has 20 levels, I think.
Sorry, I lost what you said. No.
You can find the demo to Arko on Congregate. I left the link on the comments.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and there's all of our other small games are there as well.
If you want to try out all
or small short games are there.
Okay, Twitter. Okay, and then we have the Steam link. We don't have it. Okay, that's nice. So I hope to see you guys around, and that we'll meet again eventually. Yeah. And I hope that you will take advantage of next year's business to business with a great game, and you'll find more publishing. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll have 2 more games showcasing, and also we'll have 2 masterclasses next week. With we are very happy about these masterclasses, so they will be free, open to all. We'll have Gwen Foster from Super Hot. She will be talking about how to pitch your game, and afterwards we'll have game design with Rami Ismail. And I think this will be 2 great masterclasses that everyone interested should not lose. And that's all for tonight. Thank you for coming. It was a great chat to have you here. And have a good night. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.